Live, you say?
Yes.
Going, you say?
At some point, yeah.
There's no other words that you said, so I can't pull anything else from that.
Right. Hi, guys. Welcome back.
We're
It's
very
time
back.
for,
It's part two.
yeah. Wow. Part 3 and 4.
Oh, it's like we watched Wicked 1 over Christmas, New Year, and it's so very long, and we watched too late both times. So we watched Wicked 1, well, Wicked Part 1, Part 1, and then Wicked Part 1, Part 2. Because there was 2 nights to watch it, so Wicked Part 1, Part 2. I was like, right, let's just talk. Yeah, it's a very long film. When you
Yeah,
start
I
playing it.
see. I see.
Yes. You're welcome. That was a
Cool.
salient point.
Yeah. Thanks, bro.
Come at me. Yeah.
Welcome back, guys.
Ah.
Let's see how many of you are here. There are 10 of you with 4 likes to the like
Oh.
button. But welcome back to part 2 and 3 and 4 of
Yes.
ranked TNG episodes by you guys.
Yes.
You select them, you rank them, well, you vote on it anyway.
Yes.
Um,
Those that support the
Getting into better
channel.
territory here instead of seasons 1 and 2.
If you asked the
You
question
know?
yesterday, how are you going to rank them? Turns out you rank them really high,
Yeah.
irrespective of our arguments. There's a lot of high notes. Cool for them. Uh, so interested to see how that balances because there was a sliding scale, right? So now, what is an S, what is an A, is different in this metric than season 1, 2, which is fair. So now we're grading on a curve. That's what I was trying to say. So now we can see what you guys say. Will we run out of S slots? I don't know.
Maybe. Well, not with the way they vote.
All right. It's anyone's guess.
Yeah,
I'll get sharing.
you should. All right, guys, that gives me a chance to tell you guys to make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell icon so you don't miss any content from us. Do all the things you normally do on YouTube here. All the things you hear YouTubers telling you to do. Engage with the algorithm, comment, like the video, share the video, do all the things you need to do. You can also join the channel. There's a join button down there, a join option on YouTube, or head over to Patreon/Trekyards. You can help us on a monthly basis. We appreciate all of that as well. So we want to see you guys engaging and interacting. Speaking of engaging, super chat during these lives, $5 will get you 1 episode to pick. Or if you want to do it PayPal is 2 for 1. So for $5, you get to pick 2 episodes that we can talk about during this live. So choose your poison. Also, make sure you vote on every poll because your opinions are important and your opinions matter, especially in these, because who knows what's going to happen with the ranking because you guys surprised the hell out of us yesterday. So make sure you're voting, doing the things you need to do. And yeah, be a part of the conversation, even in the regular chat. If that's all that you can do and you can't super chat or PayPal, we still appreciate you guys being here and putting your input. And yeah. So anyhow, thank you, Robert Buckley. We'll get to those super chats in a minute. Also, make sure you you read the descriptions of each video, but also click the links in the descriptions of each video. There's one for the Teespring and the TeePublic store, and some great Trekyards merch as well as other stuff there. So, by all means, do what you can to help us out. We appreciate it. All right, we'll get underway here as soon as Sam gets back. Ozzy says that his volume is low, which I told him before the live, which he tried to fix twice. So we'll see what happens there. Arthur McGuire says, hey, 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 hey. Arthur McGuire, good to see you. Good to see you. Oz, Raj, Robert, Olivia, everyone that's here. Good to see you all. Chime in. Let us know you're present and accounted for. 18 of you here, 7 likes. Hit that like button, guys. Let's get those likes up to 15. He's taking a long time to share it today. There we go. Might be done. Yep. Perfect. All right. Cool, cool. Hi. Ozzy
Hey,
says your volume's low. That's the thing I told you twice before I went live, so I don't know.
I tweeted twice, Stuart. I'll tweak it a
What I told
third
him.
time. But there you go. I upped it by 2.5 decibels. A bit. But that is your guys' job to let us know as well, because sometimes it resets.
For some reason, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We can safely say this is where things get a little bit better. We've got season 3 now, so we've got a little collar on the uniform and, you know, better stories, more TNG focused because first 2 seasons kind of suffered from Star Trek Phase 2 drift a little bit. This one truly came into its own, so yeah.
Experience, my good man. They had experience.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't TOS anymore.
Yeah.
And all the things just, got easier and more efficient to do. A well-oiled machine, I think it's fair to say, by the end of their run. Possibly
Yeah.
too well-oiled, because sometimes stories wouldn't stick. Ha ha ha.
Instead of the chaos on the bridge, which I watched that documentary last night again about the first 2 seasons of the show and how much of a cluster F it was. Surprising it actually got as far as it did. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, they really want it to, a lot of passion behind it, but yeah, all the things, But yeah, and I'll say it again, Stuart did say, I'm sure, PayPal 2 for 1, more support for us, good. Help on either, both, all helps. Yeah, fun stuff.
Ready to get into some super chats?
I really am. I super am.
He's super M. All right. Olivia's first with $5.
Oh.
She says, Sam is the great. Sam, you get to pick an episode. Go, Sam.
Me? Goodness. Well, that's nice. Is Olivia being nice to me? She's been taken over.
Probably.
Ah, okay. Well, in honor of Olivia, not really, but I just know that you love this screen cap. I'm going to throw in... No one's going to say this first, right? The Tasha Yar sequel with one of these shots that you really like. Season 4, Episode 6 Legacy.
Yeah.
Starting bold, Stuart. Entirely so no expected. Mohaha.
Look, it's a reminder of Tasha. And she's got to be good because she's Tasha's sister, right? Well, no, she's in it for her own purposes. I don't like her hair. Her hair is very 80s, but
No, it's Denib 4. If that's the planet.
That's true. That's true. Whatever it is. I don't remember all the specifics around this one, honestly, but I know that
every time.
Not on this one.
Not this one.
They trust her with something. She's actually using them basically to get what she wants, and then there's the whole thing at the end with Data, talking about I was close to Tasha, so I trusted her sister. Is that a bad thing? And it's like, no, that's kind of human nature, gotta do what you gotta do. There's a moral there somewhere. Never judge a book by its curvy cover. What?
Never judge a book by its skin tight. It's almost a 7 of 9 uniform, or costume.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
almost. Yeah, Legacy. I mean, it's really nice they did respect Tasha enough to bring her back in this way. Like, this is a full Tasha sequel story. We could have had a Denise Crosby. They were thinking that at the time. Flashbacks. That would have really elevated it, I think. We already saw her in season 1, younger, the same. So you could have, right? Would have been nice if one seeing them together. Because does she do conventions? This woman, has she ever? Because you'd imagine.
I don't know.
You'd imagine it'd be a good photo shoot. The Yar sisters, well, or Seela and her great aunt, or her aunt. Don't want to go with it. But as far as I've never met her, don't even know who she is after this, so I have no idea. I like this one just fine. It's a really good data story. She's rather good in this. It's a good procedural for how non-Starfleet member worlds work, and it's a good sort of moral at the end. It's like, yeah, he's almost too human sometimes. It's a really good data story. And you can kind of buy her motive as well. This is her place. They're not exactly taking her away, and do best for her people. It means winning a war, and sometimes, I mean, as bad as it is, nukes were dropped to stop a war, or stop it quicker, and save more people afterwards. It sucks, but ye old greater good move,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I
With
kind of like it.
25 votes.
Oh, good. Hey, great. Starting
I know,
strong.
right? A wins with 58%. B is 19%, which
Now,
is
what do
the
we say is the
second.
rule when something like this happens, Stuart?
It's a pretty high number.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want to re-roll it with an S as an option, you can just throw in 250 and we will give you the choice of perhaps bumping it up. Or if you just want to bump it up, a $5 super chat will just bump it up. So
Leave it not to the fates.
yeah.
Yeah, if you wanna, yeah, if you think this deserves higher, then let us know. Oh, and also I don't know if you did you say best of both worlds, Stuart? Did that come in earlier?
No.
So for best of
This
both
one
worlds,
just
oh,
something quick. Joe Brown says Crosby has done conventions usually in Vegas and the LA one. We're not talking about Denise Crosby. We're talking about this lady who is not Denise Crosby.
the other Yar, Inara
Yeah.
Yar. Which is,
Yeah.
uh,
Anyway, go.
yeah, best of both worlds. Normally we would if a two-part is in the two batch of seasons. So if we're doing 5 and 6 and there's cliffhanger between 5 and 6, it's kind of one story. Yeah, yeah. Often you would write parts of both going in to know where it ends. For this specifically, best of both worlds, it's gonna be a two-part super chat because two different episodes because they did not write part two at part one. It's very distinctly two stories. So therefore, we're not going to give the same credit because they are very different in quality and very different in writing without the same intent. So, given two different qualifications, we say best of both worlds. We'll assume part one, part two will be a separate thing. Just saying.
Right. All right, we're going to switch to PayPal for a second because Mr. Joe Brown has sent us a PayPal of
Oh,
$10, so thank you.
very kind.
It says season 3 Deja Q.
Mm-hmm.
And sifting through the pictures to find oh, there he is. Is that the naked date Q1? Yes, Q has lost all his powers and is mortal, and it's hilarious. There's some good. What do I have to do to prove it to you? Die. Great. Shows up on the bridge naked. Doug Drexler had to make up around his junk, and you know, gets stabbed in the hand with a fork. Guinan is gleeful about this, and yeah, yes. So, yeah, seeing an omnipotent being be punished, and he chooses this crew to hang out with because he's interacted with them a few times, and hilarity ensues as he's hungry and tired, and he doesn't know what these feelings are, and it's fun. Fun episode, good Q episode for sure.
It's one of the very few times he's played straight, played human. He's got a depth where just relatability comes into play. He can't just be wax lyrical, but he still has the same personality, just not with the power to back it up. And this is where I think contrast is important because for me, this is the most obvious S we've had so far. I said it's a min too, but like this is an absurdly high S in this regard. But for me, there's easily at least one differentiation between the last one. So if this is an S, that one should be a B. For me personally, if I was minimum, because they're very different in terms of quality. As good as that one is, this is so much better. So that's just me. But no, fantastic. He's phenomenal. Of course, Revengi would be obvious. Q's go mortal equal Revengi, and he does a genuinely good thing without knowledge of, it wouldn't work at the end if he thought being selfless would equal his powers back. But he was being genuinely selfless, and he got power restored, and that equaled all the other chaos and carnage we get. So, he learned, and possibly it affected everything else he ever did, because he had to learn to be nice a little bit, kind of. It's great.
And yes, Royston, you can select another one because yeah, Joe Brown's already selected that one for which we're gonna get to in a second. So
This
but
one.
just put another one in the regular chat. The Offspring. Okay. I will write that down so I don't forget. All right,
Good
let's see what
stuff.
you guys are saying. With 22 votes, S wins with 74%. Yes.
Runner up is.
What?
Runner up is.
Oh, well, you can see it. Hey, 17%.
Okay. Quite a strong win then. Good, good, good.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. Let's see what is next on Joe Brown's PayPal.
Oh. It's 2 for 1, Stu, or
Uh,
4 for 2.
yeah.
It's great.
So the Defector is his next one, which is the one
Yes.
Royston selected. So there it is. Fantastic episode again. Love learning more about the Romulan Empire. Love that they actually played this guy. He, thought he was doing the right thing. And laments the fact he'll never be able to see Romulus again, nor his daughter, his family. Great actor they picked for him. The way he speaks is so calming. And plus, we get a new Romulan ship. Um, it contradicts Picard with the whole, I know a dozen Romulan scientists and roboticists that would love to be this close to you with Beta. But that's, yeah, it's a really good story, and it's really kind of heartbreaking. He does kill himself with a flotasun chip or whatever. I forget what they called it. Silly name, but it's like a cyanide tablet. And yeah, to find out that the Romulans were actually playing him, feeding him false information so that he wouldn't, testing his loyalty essentially. Um,
Boy, he failed that test real bad.
yeah, he did. So, yeah, fantastic episode. Absolutely one of the upper echelon of all TNG, in my opinion. But yeah, it's another one of those stories that is a tale as old as time. That's been retold many times in many ways in different, not just sci-fi, but like, you know. So yeah.
Well, I like what you said about the acting. I mean, obviously, this is firing all cylinders, right? And yes, it
Hmm.
could be other aliens. I mean, this would be a Grab on 5 episode. It'd be a BSG. You could do it. A Cylon comes. You could do it. But Romans are semi-unique. And I think with this, it was a really interesting choice to have him kind of go the Hans Gruber approach and the uh, Khan approach in 2. Smaller performance. Smaller gives you weight. Real calm, internal. And if any moments of bigger, play bigger. Because he could be. I mean, we've seen obviously we saw Tomahawk and such. You can go every other direction, but he was so down here. Weight, gravitas. But yes, obviously conflicts with Picard, but who the hell cares? It's Picard. And
Hard
yeah,
conflicts with this is what I should say.
yes, and yeah, his daughter will forever think he's a traitor, which he technically is. I mean, he is a traitor, but a traitor trying to do good things.
Yes, but for the right purposes. Yeah, it's
Maybe,
a tough one.
maybe, right? Am I right? Yeah, it's a really intriguing episode that, yeah, hits hard.
Yeah.
Hits hard.
Speaking of hitting hard, with
Oh my god.
19 votes, S wins with 79%.
Oh,
Second place was A with 16%. So a
okay.
large, large lead
A
there.
resounding win, if not universally yes. But
Yeah.
maybe if you don't like Romulans, which is absolutely fair, you might be like, yeah. Although, only an A. Gosh, it's getting lambasted. No, it's doing well. It's doing well. Very nice. Gosh, like I said, maybe the top row is going to get eaten very quickly.
I think so. All right. Next up with Joe Brown
Oh,
is, let's see, season 4, Final Mission. With Wesley.
and the water crystal left a phaser at the end, if I recall,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There it is right there.
with the only other use of the Star Trek 3 phaser.
They're way down there. Couldn't see it. All right. Yes. He's heading off to Starfleet. Picard's going with him. The shuttle crashes. They got this sketchy pilot guy. They get stranded on a desert moon, and they have one source of water. Picard is injured, gets injured. Uh, so it's Wesley has to stand up to this guy, and they have to figure out how to get the horse field down from the water. The one guy kills himself by trying to force his way into it, which we know is not going to work. It's a pretty good story overall. Seeing the Star Trek 3 Fraser return was a nice thing as well. But
You be a fan. You be a fan.
yeah, um, good moments between Picard and Wesley. And Wesley finally hits the water, and then his mom shows up, and everything's fine. Good story. Coming of age story. You know, making my dad not dad proud. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the ones that I think people, well, I always forget about. But as I was
Mm.
scrolling, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, yeah, you know, etc., etc. But yeah, I'm scrolling. It's like they're at actual desert, or at least they faked desert really well. That looks great. They committed to this bit. You never see this. I wonder if they knew it was Wesley's final episode. They're like, yeah, we're gonna do something on this, because then they got a Planet Hell set, which looks a bit less real. But I remember the Picard stuff being pretty good. Unusual for Picard to be that vulnerable, you know. Him dying, because he was dying, right? That's, you know, that medical care, etc. And a very sci-fi thing with the water and the crystal, but oddly unmemorable while being really radically different. A Wesley story in the desert with dying Picard. That should be memorable. And yet, for whatever reason, it hasn't stuck with me in the way that other ones could. I don't know why. That's weird, right?
All right, let's see what you guys are saying. With 21 votes, D wins with 52%. We got a, well, 19 is A gets 19%. So second place was quite different than D.
Oh wow, yeah, that wow. That's slam dunked. In the reverse of how a good slam dunk is. Can I say why?
Yeah.
Because that didn't get much. Huh. Yeah, okay.
Next up on Joe Brand's list
Cool.
is Cupid, which I cannot see a picture for. I've been looking for it for like
Which one's
well, the
Cupid?
whole time you were talking. With the Robin Hood one.
Because it's just ahead. Maid Marian, eh? I don't know if this ages worse as time goes on. Because it's so silly. I don't know. Talk about it. Give us the tea. Spill the tea, as it were. Well, I don't spill the tea because then
Yeah,
it's...
basically Vosh shows. Does Vosh show back up? Yeah, she's doing a conference, I think, or something on the Enterprise. Because I remember them all being sitting in the briefing room, essentially, with the windows behind them, but it was a different room on the ship. And they all started getting the accoutrement of the Robin Hood gear on. And Q shows up, kidnaps Vosh, who's, yeah, Maid Marian, and some really quotable, like, I'm not a married man, and, you know, some fun stuff in there. And it's Q's way of showing Picard how much she cares for Vosh, I think. It's kind of an odd situation. But it is kind of it's a fun episode, but it's not one of my favorites. Like I wouldn't rank it super high. But definitely has some interesting and fun moments. And it's a Q episode, so as far as Q episodes go, it's probably mid Q episode. But yeah, and I don't remember much around anything else with B plot. If there's something going on in the Enterprise, I don't think there is. I think it's very focused on the illusion. But yeah, the sets aren't fantastic. They seem really fake, like 1950s Hollywood movie fake sets, like Errol Flynn kind of Robin Hood type thing. Um, it just feels very almost claustrophobic, I think. But yeah, some funny moments for, like I said, him smashing the ukulele thing, and I'm not a merry man, and Data getting an arrow through his chest that just misses one of his processors. Like, anyway, yeah, mid tier for me.
I think it's one that I really liked as a kid. And as I was scrolling, I found myself judging it more. Partially as I'm sort of thinking of it, you know, Vash is sidelined so much, it feels like. She was so strong in other episodes that this is like her weakest. The fact that she has multiple is great, but it's like, although Q and DS9 maybe, I don't know that one enough. That obviously Patrick's having a great time. They're all having a great time with their costumes. Q's having a fun time. Although I remember he has he's verbal dueling with the guy who plays the sheriff. Well, he's the sheriff, the king, I suppose. And it's like he's a fake guy. Ah, I still got a bitch with him. Okay, cool. You know, that's fine. Everyone's having fun, but they definitely lose substance by going for style. I think therefore in more watches it doesn't hold up quite as well because of some of the bits. But I mean, yeah, the thoroughly genius quotable lines they're obviously committing fully. A lot of fun, but I definitely have give it less now than I would used to. Or if you're looking for moments, it would be one of those zeitgeisty ones in TNG. But zeitgeist does not equate to quality. I don't know. I have lessened on it over the years.
Well, this one's interesting because 23 votes, C wins with 57%. S is in second place with 26%, which is about half of what C's got. So I'm glad they're not all ending up in the same tier because it takes up room. They're spreading it out a bit today, which I appreciate. Yeah, I would agree with the C. I think that's probably where I would put it. So perfect. All right. And I guess that is it for Joe Brown's. Thank you, Joe. Moving back to the super chats, though, Robert Buckley throws in $20. Thank you so much, Robert. Says can't really participate. So, Commander, you pick 4. I don't remember much from 3 and 4. All right, so I guess it's on you.
Hey, you're welcome. Really, that's so interesting. These would be, impactful ones potentially, and you were also all about season 1 too. But I'll throw in the absolutely totally real future version timeline with absolutely totally real a kid who's totally not an alien that everyone forgets about. Future Imperfect, one of the best alts out there.
Yeah. One of my favorite episodes of TNG. I love seeing alternate futures and things like this, even though this isn't. It's an illusion within an illusion. But some fun things, again, Riker telling Data to, figure out the calculation, telling Worf, asking Worf about telling Picard to shut the fuck up. Admiral Picard with the longer hair. New combat, which we see again later. Even the whole thing going down to this was a Romulan ploy. Look, a Romulan holodeck. They're trying to get it from. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Like the twists, the final twist with it's just the kid who's not even the kid. He's an alien, who just is lonely essentially. It's a fun one, and we get to see Minuet come back, and that's the linchpin. That's the key that solves the whole puzzle for him. I like the premise though that he got an infection, and therefore his memory is affected for the past 15 or 20 years or something. Yeah. But yeah, seeing them all kind of age. Beverly has the gray streak in her hair, and I think they did a really good job with that kind of stuff. And it's a fun alternate reality, not an alternate reality episode. Yeah, it's one of my favorite episodes of TNG. I love it.
Yeah, you this thing speaks sweet nothings into our ear, I think. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's one of those times when the TNG, as we did the actual live reviews, meaning we went through the seasons, they had a huge habit for a good chunk of time doing the plot and then wrap up in the last 2 or so minutes. And some of it was kind of embarrassing. And we'll find out what about the planet, what about the people. This, however, the bit is the story, is the interesting stuff, and only the last 2 minutes is the resolution, which is so minor that you forget about it because they commit so far. You don't often get such time in these fictional stories. And imagine if this was made now with season, Picard or Stranger Worlds, it would be all over the place, right? This is so simple and slow because you're thinking it could be Riker, right? Because you maybe go back in time. Maybe there's things you could solve. They really play into it. And was people convinced by this at the time? I imagine that if you remember those announcement trailers, next time on Next Generation, it's like that's a shot from Star Trek 6. The fuck's that code? Yeah, like they lied a bit. I wonder if this spoiled it. How far? Because if this was genuinely, we could have lost. This is 4 or 5. I can't remember. I think it's 5. We almost lost Patrick last season. Maybe losing Riker. I don't know. Like you could have played something really well. Or be a 2-parter, right? You have to go back in time. A lot of fun. And the Tomalak, fake Tomalak. And I think they joked that he only plays like 9 minutes of Tomalak, and the other 6 is not really Tomalak. It doesn't count. So he's barely in TNG because this is such a big part of it. TNG is not really him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good Tomalak episode, even though it's not.
Yes. Yeah, it's really great, and it would have been nice to see any of this again. I mean, you said the combat is a little bit, but it's just a
Mhm.
great premise.
All right.
And I believe I
Well,
used the com badge once. I will say in a fan film once because it's just such a if you get it, you get it kind of thing.
mhm. Let's see. 27 votes. S wins with 63%.
Ooh,
Second place is A with 26%.
okay. So people be liking it. Good, good. But you know, Joe, I feel
Yes.
generous. I know you let me pick four.
Uh,
I'm gonna let you pick another one. I'm a nice, generous
so
guy.
Robert Buckley wants you to pick
Yeah,
four.
yeah. You're welcome, Stuart. You're fit from me to
All right,
you.
fine. I'll pick one. Booby Trap.
Booby.
Again, one of my favorite episodes of TNG in general. The idea of an ancient Vermilion battle cruiser that they were in battle cruisers, journeying through the stars while we were still living in caves as human beings. It's a big deal to find one. They're rare. This thing is actually the Enterprise gets trapped. You have Geordi having to work out how to get out of it with the help of Leah Brahms, and you see a lot of holodeck stuff going on there. The introduction to Leah Brahms. Leah Brahms is great, but not Leah Brahms. Uh, and then yeah, having Picard pilot the Enterprise out at the end, and I also like all the simulations of them trying to get out and using too much power. Them going aboard the ancient ship and seeing like the bodies, the mummified carcasses of this crew, and getting the last log. Like that log hasn't been heard by anybody ever. Just and it's that old. Like that just speaks to my soul a little bit. So yeah, this is a really fun episode, and you kind of get a good music in this one as well. It's a little bit different, and I love the asteroid, like the vibe, the feel. Like this should be easy to get out of, but it's not. So yeah, this is a fun one. Absolutely love this one.
Until literally last week, I think Friday, I was like, "Oh, it's a great ship." Turns out this ship from Boo Trap is from a B movie that they loaned, they rented
Wow.
because it's in one shot from that movie. It was built for that movie. It's in one shot where it gets blown up. So it was made two.
Mm.
And it's the exact same design, and they just rented it. They brought it on set because a guy had it in his collection, the one from TNG. Said, "Oh, little did I know it was from this movie. I was also in TNG."
Hmm.
So famous in this, made for that. I
That's
know.
interesting.
Yeah, it works great. It's a great, weird, non-fun yes design. And in fact, Dr. Nilsson has a version of it on a desk in one episode because I'm like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, really unique workplace drama. You know, how exciting can you get for staying still? Yes, yes, you can. You imagine if this was again done modern day, the energy drain would cause like sparks to fly and the ship to start exploding. Like it'd be dramaed. This is plenty of drama just by the concept of them dying. Really well
Hmm.
handled for us. And yeah, having the insane RCS thruster Picard parting, I am sure Patrick gleed because like that never happened again. And wow, okay. And it's like, yeah, he was a pilot. He was good, and he flew the ship. Yeah, he took a page of Ortega's book. It's great. It's great. It's a bit static an episode, but of course it
Yes.
is. But that's, I mean, such a it's like complaining about time loop, saying, the set's being used too much. It's like, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's great. Wouldn't necessarily say for me as S's those S's. There's a slight line between, but that's because the ones are so extremely good. It's like a little bit of line.
Yeah, one of my personal favorites. So I'm
Yes.
glad I said it at the beginning so everybody could prove me wrong and vote B, because B wins with 45%, with
That
29
happened last time
votes.
as well, Stuart, with like two of yours, didn't you? Just
Yeah,
yeah.
all I have to say is I really like this episode. It's one of my absolute favorites, and then people will
Yeah.
just not give it an S. Although Future Imperfect got
Okay, I challenge you now for one of them. So you hate it, lie on one, and see if it goes gangbusters. Reverse
all right,
psychology, them, Stuart.
and you'll probably know that I'm lying. You'll probably know, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so B wins, unfortunately. Yeah, S is close with 31% as second
Yeah,
place, but
not too bad. Oh, then it's me again to pick.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's go with another personal favorite. I mean, I hate this one. I hate this one. Ah, what's this one called? This one's called Maturing Candidate. No, what's it actually called? My knowledge of names, mind's eye.
Yeah, this one's awful. I hate this one. It's absolute bullshit.
Yeah, literally should text me before this live. Before this live saying he really hates this one and wishes no one picked it. I did forget though, so I picked it, so I do apologize. No, it's great. It is amazing Tom Lock. It's ballsy as hell, and it shows you how much the Romans do without us knowing, because they're in Federation space, chilling, kidnap the chief engineer of the flagship, chilling, send him to Riser, chilling. They do so much shit and they get caught, right? Awful.
Love the replacement Geordie. Let's just see.
I hope it was the stunt guy. I assume it's just the stunt guy.
It probably was.
Right? He's literally, no, it's great. I mean, it's a rip-off of so many things, as is Avatar to Dance of Wolves, right? But it's so well done. The acting's fantastic. Seeing him murder O'Brien.
O'Brien
is fantastic. Yeah, it's just a really solid piece, and it's fun to see LeVar act not like, or through the lens of what he's doing. It's great. It's really good. But like you said, every other show could do it, but they also do it really great. That's okay.
Yeah, very spy thriller assassin type episode. Love seeing through Geordie's visor
and celebrating the Type 1, because it's actually useful, because it's not in your face. It can kill a guy and be hidden. So yeah, it's useful.
And the one thing I'm surprised you didn't mention, the fact that he's hanging out in his shuttle on his way to Rise, talking to himself. Because I mean, I would too. And everybody gives you shit that people talk to themselves in your fan films.
Yep. Could you imagine being on your own and not talking for 14 hours when you
some people do it, but yeah. No, this is great. It is very much Manchurian Candidate, and I think seeing like you said, the Romulans just chilling out in Federation space, doing their sketchy plans. This is fun. Yeah, it's a good episode. Not fun. It's not fun, but it's a good episode. It's a fantastic episode.
This is a very odd critique because, of course, TNG is fantastic and why it's so iconic. This is one of their best. This is the through line premise that you can understand to execution. Manchurian Candidate premise, super well handled. There's many of them, but this is like works across the board, right? Same with Defector, right? Defecting agent. That's the premise. There's nothing else I have to say to get it, but it handles it really well.
Yeah.
Harder to summarize things like Cupid and a demigod turns into
And us saying that we hated it worked because S wins with 54%. A 25% and B at 21%.
Oh, love it. Oh, Joe. Well, you're welcome and well done. Excellent. You're asking for.
What did Joe say?
Well, Joe's thanking Robert. He said I was about to submit a re-roll for Booby Trap, but Robert beat him to that and forced the hand of the gods to move things, which you can either jump to now or other stuff. Fantastic.
Booby Trap to S tier. Thank you, Robert. Oh, by the way, somebody, I think Robert asked when season 6 will be of this.
Well, part of why I suggested these last year, and you well said pushed off to this year, the Academy interest might be garbage, and so this is a really nice way of having fun lives for our audience that aren't Academy, which will not do good for us, not do good for you. So probably just going to keep rolling on these through Academy and have a nice time, as well as some small Academy content, as in lives. So it'll probably roll in through. So we might get to Enterprise before we even finish Academy, right?
He wants to know when season 6 is of TNG. 1 and 2 yesterday, 3 and 4 today.
Tomorrow?
We can't do 5, 6, and 7 all in one.
No, but that could be best of, potentially. Depends. That is yet to be determined. But probably tomorrow.
Well, that'll be season
5 and 6. Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay. And then season 7 is one live on its own.
We're the best. I don't know. That's the only problem doing 2 at a time, and we haven't got there yet. But it'll go great when we get there. Don't worry.
Tune back in. You just tune in. All right. So that was one from me, one from you, one from you,
Yes.
one from you. So it's my turn.
Yes. Fourth one. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Uh, hmm. It's got to go up on the board, and if it doesn't get what I think it's going to get, there'll be problems. This is absolutely the worst episode of Star Trek ever made. Yesterday's Enterprise. Who would want to watch this? Awful. I mean, look at that monster maroon with no turtleneck. What the hell? Yesterday's Enterprise. Despite what I just said, the best episode of Star Trek probably in existence because it's the most Star Trek of Star Trek episodes. Combining two amazing eras, two great crews, some fine acting. Uh, you got Shooter McGavin show up. Yeah, you get to see Captain Rachel or Captain Garrett with a piece of shrapnel in her head, a Cordry rock. Um, you get a ship coming to the future from the past, but it's not the correct future. It's an alternate future because they didn't do what they needed to do. It's so Star Trek. You got temporal anomalies. Aha. You've got alternate realities. You've got really great speeches, really great moral dilemma. Uh, one ship won't make a difference here, but one ship back then would change everything. Like Tasha Yar's back. Almost a perfect episode, except Geordi's wearing the wrong uniform at the end. But
I mean, it's
Guinan's
probably
little
1
weird.
a.m. and they were
Yeah,
like, "We got
yeah.
40." Like
Fuck it.
they
It's
shot
just
late on
we
that
got we want to go
episode.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Guinan's kind of weird, funky feeling, even across alternate dimensions. Like there's a lot here to like. Plus, the only thing that would fix it for me is making the monster maroons correct. Turtleneck belt actually be a full monster maroon.
They are correct. They just chose to devolve them.
Yes, yes.
To undo that choice, you
So
mean?
yes, yeah. But I love seeing the bridge of the Enterprise C. I love seeing the ambassador class, even though it's not Andrew Probert's ambassador class. Rick Sternbach did a good
So, was
job
that
with it.
voice you're doing? Are you okay?
Yeah, yeah. Andrew Probert's is better. It's not. It's different. It's different. Rich Sternbach's. I was never a fan of it till I built it, and now it's one of my favorite classes of ships.
It's nice to render
Um,
with.
yeah,
It really is.
it's a good ship.
It's a good
Good ship
ship.
lollipop. Anyway, yeah, I absolutely love this episode. I think it is one of, if not the best episode of Star Trek, right? With Pale Moonlight, but in a different way.
But speaking of in a good way, Stuart, you can, as the audience, PayPal for 2 for 1. So if you have $1 you want to throw in for an episode, put in on PayPal, you get 2. Just saying, because that's a great way of supporting the channel, and you get more bang for the buck. Or put in 10 and say fan submitted, etc., etc. I mean, this is like, yeah, this is definitely one of the top 10 of all Trek, because they got top comedy, top action. Like, there's, if you look at the genres, this fits in so well. It is a great dark future. Garrett is a great captain. Yes, they probably should have done the full Vatican uniform, but changed the regalia, meaning TNG com badge, and lose all the details, which are clearly like the uniform could stay, but why would the pips be the same 100 years late? Like that, I could see
Is
changing.
this before or after we see Jack Crusher? I think it
Jack's after this,
is it. Okay. So this is where they find the lantern on. This is the actual uniform from this era.
and then Jack has the same thing, but TNG com badge. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you introduced it here, I would have been fine with them, like because
Yeah.
otherwise it's just like we just downgrade versus being a variant. Yeah, it's been sadly Tasha Denise's best episode, but she's given
Yeah.
all of the weight. Turns out we give them drama, they excel. No shit, the actors. Timeless. Kim's one of his best episodes. He's just amazing, it, right? Space Battle could have been better, of course, but they're already pushing themselves. They changed the bridge, they redressed this bridge. It is definitely a very underwhelming bridge for Enterprise, and it is, if you compare the bridges of all the Enterprises, it's the shittiest, because it isn't a bridge of Enterprise, it's set B, which is sometimes a bridge, sometimes a lab. It is a huge letdown, but real soft spot for it with all the L cars. Looking in the exact view backwards, it looks fantastic. Every other view is garbage. Proper shit bridge. It's only good from front looking back, with like all the layers of depth. But well, yeah, it wasn't meant. And also, if you base the if you actually do the height of all the heights don't make sense really with the consoles. It's not well designed, but lots of things to do, right? Yeah, it's on the SES of S-Turn. And I did put in, because you said you hated it, Stuart, the F, expecting not a single vote. And that is more than a single vote.
As I said that
That's your official vote.
it's also tied with A though. So, but yeah, 86% with 29 votes, which is a lot of votes. Give it S tier. So
yeah,
yes, that's very good. I'm very proud of you guys.
Yes. Yes.
I'm like a proud daddy. That's like good. You did good.
All right, that was the end of our 4 submitted, and we just threw out ones we love. Sue us. We never get to do that. All right.
All right. So
next
up is Royston Bailey with $5. I'm going to read his thing, even though he picked a different one. The Defector this season was the sweet spot of great writing and great music. Because
Crazy
Joe
music.
Brown selected that beforehand, he chose The Offspring,
Mm.
which is a band, I think. Offspring.
Yes, I'm also blanking for a second, despite having done all the episodes.
Yeah.
Yep, not a band. It is. Oh, it's Lal.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't consider this an S, but it's also not a D, so I'll include an S because I don't think it's S worthy. Despite how cool it is, I don't think it is, but I'm going to put it in there. It's definitely not a D. So, Lal, yeah, Daya's daughter, of course, Frakes' first directed performance. This androgynous person is great, as in kind of plays it neither and both. Good simple costume. Daya's first time as a father. Sad, but of course also miracle-y because it's like the Cylons making human Cylons. It's like, oh no, they're evolving. Huh. And then, of course, she leads into Sutra. Should have mentioned in Picard season 1, 2, and 3, you freaking assholes.
Yeah.
Data has a daughter,
Yeah.
like they only built 40 years ago that he actually loved and had to see die. It's more heartbreaking than. It's great. I don't know why I don't love it as much as other people do, because I don't. It's like solid B. Like really solid B. But I like the techie sci-fi stuff as well, and while it technically is, it's through the lens of skin, right? Yeah. Your thoughts, my good man?
Again, some funny moments. Her delay catching the ball. What are your intentions with my daughter, Commander? Great scene for Riker. Her choosing her species and gender in the holodeck. You get to see some really funky looking Andorian and some other stuff, which was fantastic. And yeah, it's heartbreaking, as you said, to him trying to save her life and failing, and then kind of just being like, yeah, I'm fine with it, but having that undertone of I'm not, because he's an android. Like, really well done, really well performed. So yeah, I wouldn't, it's not my favorite episode to watch by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still a good one. So
And that's just where personal preference of what sci-fi things we like comes into play.
yeah.
But I know it's important and great.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. A lot of these are going to be, well, that's a fantastic episode, but it's not our favorite.
Yep.
That's okay.
All right. Let's see what you guys are saying with 27 votes.
Wow.
C wins with 48%.
That's quite a spread, though. 7% S, loved it. A, 33, which is a strong contender. 11 at B, but C, okay. So it's I was apologizing for not loving it, and you guys totally agreed. Actually, lower than I said. Where would you have placed it in this sort of, not this list, just like your, I said, like a highish B?
I would have put it as C.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
I think.
All right, I like it. Good stuff.
All right. So next up, we got Robert Buckley asking when we'll do season 6. Just curious. Already answered that.
Tomorrow.
So thank you. And then Robert Buckley moving Booby Trap up to S tier. is great. And I don't know if we have any other PayPals.
Although we did
Take
put in a
look.
10. Oh, 'cause that was 2 slots. Right, that makes sense. Yeah, we do have one PayPal.
Oh, there is a PayPal from Classic for Real. And is going $5 USD into debt to make Stuart choose one and Sam choose one, an F tier episode. Oh.
Oh, that's a curveball.
You
Ooh.
want me to go first?
No, I can go first. Gosh, F.
Third, fine.
I mean, the
As
pain
close
is
to F as we can get, like the worst.
yeah, the pain is part of why he's asking, right? So we have to suffer slightly.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, there's a couple of maybes.
Yeah. I
Um,
see what you were hovering over when you said that.
What was I hovering over?
Oh, the one you just pulled in. Yep.
Because okay, Jeremy Astor, I don't remember what it's called, the episode.
Uh,
There's a lot of episodes to remember. Let's have a look. Season 2, not Survivors. Offspring? No.
anyway, I'll start talking about what you figured out.
Okay.
Yeah, Mom dies on an away mission under Worf's command. Worf feels guilty about it. They're trying to think of the boy. Well, you don't bring families on starships, but whatever. Especially when there's only one parent. But and then these basically the
Bonding, because he
the,
totally
the
bonded with him, totally.
yes, the explosion on the planet was because of an ancient feud, and the remnants of uh, basically the ghosts or the entities of on the planet feel guilty about that, so they try to well they replicate his mother and his home on Earth and like come stay with us. We did wrong by you. We need to make things better, and the Enterprise crew has to basically say that's not the way it's gonna have to happen.
Grief must
Sorry.
be lived.
Yeah. Um, and yeah, bonded with Worf, becomes part of the House of Moog, to be brought up many times as in the future, as we know.
Famously.
He visited Deep Space Nine many times for events with his
Oh, I mean,
father.
just like we had Jake and Nog with the stem bolts, they had a famous episode with Jeremy Astor and Rajenko just hanging out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
It's double act. It's great.
So it's an interesting enough episode and good sci-fi because you know these entities don't understand that, like, they want to do the right thing. They understand the grief, and they want to alleviate it because it was their fault.
Oh, pain
But they
bad.
don't
You know.
yeah, but they don't understand the psychological effects that would have. And it's a good enough episode, but it's very, I wouldn't say it's F quality, but on this list with compared to the ones it's going up against, it's close. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't say F, but as you said, we have a job here to find the lowest. Part of why I put it in was because of the joke, is that this is an important moment in Worf's life. Does he kill him? Why is he never there? At least one mention. At least Lower Deck should have mentioned him. It's not an insignificant thing to do. He's accepting him with the honor of a Klingon into his house. Huge deal. Huge deal. I mean, we know Worf's total father, just across the board. We get it. But it's like, yeah, okay. So that alone is just is a problem. But yeah, the pacing's weird. The acting's weird. The mum is weird. The house, I don't like the end for whatever reason. I remember not liking it. It's just a lower bar when the bars are so high. And that's a really insignificant problem because this would probably be like a very, very low C for me. It's like, yeah, there's still some good stuff in it.
I'd give it a D, I think, personally. It's better than, or I mean, Last Mission, Final Mission with Wesley's a better episode in my opinion.
I'm giving
One
benefit
I'd
of the
much
doubt
rather
that I'm
watch.
sure it was better, like the dialogue was better than I'm remembering, you know?
Yeah.
Slight benefit of the doubt in there. Yeah. But just in this list, it does not hold itself up that strong. And that's okay. It's okay. Maybe.
Well, with 28 votes, A gets 39%, B 36%. This is an A quality episode right up there with Legacy or whatever the fuck that one's called.
It's so
This
funny these, because there's a lot of you voting. 28 people, right? So a lot of you are voting for different things. You're on your phone. You're in the toilet. You're in the bath. You're not in the toilet. On the bath. God, you know what I'm trying to say. You're in the line in Sears. You're in the DMV. You're watching us. Hello, on headphones. Hello. And you're deciding to vote. It's like, wow, that's interesting.
I think they're hitting the wrong buttons. It's okay though.
It's interesting.
All right. So that's his attempt at getting close to F1, which failed miserably.
Yes, I tried. Dude, I tried.
I'm gonna pull in one that I think might qualify. Terrorist episode. I love you, Beverly, Miss Doctor Lady.
That was my other choice, by the way. Can let you have that one.
Yeah, I don't remember anything about this fucking episode. There's an explosion. Beverly's captured, and she treats some of the terrorists. There's terrorists for some reason doing things. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't
government,
care.
Bro.
He's an artist. He draws Beverly.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember anything else. There's a huge moral dilemma of who the Federation should they help? Should they help one side and not the other? And I think there's a lady in this one that's the leader of the
well, she's the cop.
Police. Yeah.
She's great. She's really good.
And
the whole stuff.
Yeah,
stuff with
you can see both sides of the argument, which as you usually can when you're a third party. And yeah, other than that, I don't remember a lot of the nuances. I just remember those kind of broad strokes. So.
Yes, I mean that's the thing. Another one that was banned, so I did literally not see it till Trekyards, and that was really cute. Like, I watched a new TNG episode. Oh my god, not a bad actor, but forgettable, I would say. Beverly's fine in it, but it's an episode of pieces, right? I like Riker and the cop's story arc. I like their scenes. They have a good working chemistry. Cool.
Yeah.
I like they delve into things. But as you said, I do recall they did do both sides so much that the message is muddled. But if you're trying to sympathise with the quote-unquote terrorist, then you have to muddle the message. Because either it's Empire versus Rebels, or it's one good guy versus one other good guy doing bad thing. But then, right, it's a really, really hard thing to do. And I just remember the sets, every set for the terrorist chap gets very. Please stop. Please go somewhere else.
Yeah,
the
they're
same
awful
sets. Like, they're not awful in the sense of like one scene they look good. They look good for a scene, but like you can't do a whole episode. It's like doing a whole episode in a graveyard with fog everywhere. There's only so much mileage you can get out of a non-set, and they push it so far beyond. Yeah, I have no memory of how it ends. Not a single second.
Neither me.
I guess everyone gets killed, and I think the kid could be a future terrorist. I'm sure it's someone's favorite episode, but yeah. What do you guys think?
Unfortunately, with 26 votes, A wins with 42%.
And Thrib says the episode is memorable, so I wouldn't say it was an F.
Right. It's not memorable though. I would never have listed this in a list if I had to kind of, from memory, list a bunch of episodes from TNG. This would never come up.
But that's just us in this situation. But isn't that's so interesting? Two we poo-pooed distinctly as saying they're bad, beat the Robin Hood episode and the Data's Daughter episode. Both are famously good episodes. Famously well liked. Democracy, baby.
Right. Wow. Right. All right, we got one more PayPal, which we will get to now, which is from Joe Brown. He throws in $5 and requests season 3 Captain's Holiday.
Classic. First episode, Not Nog. Which is great to, which is great. No, Rom, not Rom. Which is great to think that both Ferengi got to play other Ferengis first.
Yeah.
It would be so funny if one day Armin and
there it is.
Max, Armin and Max were at a convention and they only had pictures from these appearances, right? As the not their famous characters, and everyone's like a whole table And it's just their one-off Ferengis. Like, okay. and then
All right.
and then where's where's Roman? No, we love these Ferengis.
Captain's Holiday. This was a Patrick Stewart idea. Like maybe it would be nice if the captain, had a
And his
chance to
shirt
like
off.
have some romance and have a
Engage.
vacation.
I want to
And
get laid.
it's a
Engage.
fun
Yeah.
archaeological adventure. He meets Vash. They go on this hunt for the Ox Utat or whatever the hell it is.
Yes. 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 Yes.
And there's visitors from the future.
Or not.
Right. They predicted that Picard is the one that would find this, and whatever. And yeah, we get Nog not being Nog,
Rom.
Rom not being Rom. Um, it kind of felt a little flat for me as a
Oh
whole.
yeah.
Like I like the idea of Risa, and we get to see Risa more later, but it didn't really. I don't know. Something about it. It's like a fun, like Indiana Jones type adventure.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really fulfill that so great. Vosh was nice. There's some nice moments between her and Picard, of course. The idea of time travelers from the future trying to get this item, that's cool, but ultimately it's just it's kind of an episode for me.
I think I love it in the sense that the premise is so fantastic. Just the idea of the aliens and time travel and they are the bad guys of it, but they also know what happens to know that it's confusing in the right way. Where like they knew what they were going for to make sure it's consistent, but you can take multiple objectives. Risa could have done with a bit more work, as in money, but also it's nice to have that. Like I remember her room's great, giant space. They do a lot with a little, right? But having a two-parter, kind of more with it. This is the famous Risa planet, Risa, but they do some good stuff with it, and it's a really great idea. Especially like I remember the cold open's fantastic with the you know, here, take this, it'll help you, whatever, whatever. And Troy's like, that'll get him like 5 threesomes every night. Yes. There's a nice interplay that Picard gets. There's
Question
unusual.
is, who did it better, TNG or Enterprise?
I barely remember the Enterprise one. I know it's sweet,
Yeah.
but it's in the vanilla season. But I know I just rewatched that for some audio dialogue. Skimmed it. Why? What do you think's better? They're very different episodes.
I'm gonna say this one's better because I don't remember all the details of the other one.
I think visually the Enterprise one looks a lot nicer, but it was made 20 years later.
Yeah.
And it's funnier, but this is better story. The other one's not really a great story, but it's got some neat moments. Like it's sweet he gets on with the lady from the, balcony, I guess. It's sweet.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you guys seem to think that it's very sweet with 21 votes. S wins
Wow.
with 48%.
Strong win. And A at 24, so this is a top tier. I mean, it's iconic. I mean, he does get laid to a girl who's 20 years younger than him. Or more. No, because he's like older because of Trek. I don't know.
All right.
But
And
good
then the
female
next
character.
one.
She's a good job.
The next one Joe Brown had in his
Ooh,
PayPal
beautiful. 2 for 1, Stuart. It's great. 2 for 1.
Sarek. Bing. Yeah. Sarek's got a new wife, comes aboard, and they notice some oddities with him. He's crying at the concert and trying to think about, is there a B plot to this episode? Is it
Well,
just
I mean, his illness is sort of the B plot to the him doing diplomacy thing, because that's only revealed later. It's all one plot, but there's 2 layers.
mm. Yeah, great seeing Spock's father back. It's just he does mind well with Picard in this one, I believe,
Yeah,
and
Picard
to
lets him
steady
get
to steady
the
himself
yeah.
so he can do the negotiations. Picard goes a little bit loopy as a result.
Amazing acting.
Yeah,
I know I said at the time, but how many takes could Patrick do of that? Because that's just
yeah.
we say with him saying logical, like such a
Yeah,
it's madness, but you've got to be controlled madness. You can't just let go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, it's great having a legacy character come back like that. There's a mention of Spock, or just his son, I think,
Yeah.
is mentioned, and disappointment or whatever. Uh, so yeah, for me, this is probably a B episode. I don't remember all the nuances of it.
Well, it's definitely
So
it's a small stuff episode.
yeah.
Comes across. I prefer Unification. I think it's a better return of Sarek, even though it's very sad. And of course, the next time he's very much not
Mhm.
having a nice time. So it's good to see some of Sarek. But considering, they filmed this, yeah, I guess around Star Trek 4, so he was literally filming, he was both look young and old, so it's a great thing to have the actor being two timelines at the same time. But I really would have liked, I know they don't want to do multiple bringbacks. I really could have done with him being in season 2 healthy. The standard
Mm.
Sarek episode with slightly darker hair and maybe his illness made him go grey, whatever. I don't know. Give him a proper. This is our Volk because he's such a good. I mean, he's born for this role. He's so intelligent and clever. And then give him the sad one because it's a good pair for TOS. But I would have liked to see a proper episode for him. It's just sad to see well-loved characters go through this. But sweet wife, good scenes. But the possibly takes too long to get going. Possibly. So the first third isn't quite as zazzy as it could be, but the last third is really powerful because of the emotion comes in. Dunno. Imagine if they had like a flashback to him in Star Trek 4, like an undone scene. Like they said, right, we've got. I don't know how to do that, but like we've got parts of the Star Trek 4 set still. We'll reassemble it in backlot 6 before we dye his hair for the scene. We'll have him shoot a new scene being younger, and then cut to suddenly him like a Wrath of Khan character. They don't really do flashbacks in TNG, but like he could play himself 100 years ago because he did last week. Use that, I don't know. I like
Uh,
multiple areas. I'm a big fan.
Noticed.
Yeah.
With 25 votes, 72% of you say S for
Wow.
this.
Is that highest? No, it's almost a highest majority though. Damn. Damn.
Okay. Let's see. Make sure there's no other PayPals. Which PayPals are 2 for 1, guys. All right. Next up, we've got Ozzy throws in $5 prune juice like Worf in yesterday's Enterprise. Yes. So we get to pick one for
Yes.
Ozzy's $5. Do you want to pick
No, pick a mid one. Let's let,
mid one?
let's see where they put a mid one. At least a mid
Let's
one
try to
will.
put a B in there. Okay.
Okay. Not we're challenging you guys for that, but this is the
Okay. This one.
yes. Can't remember the name of it.
I'm trying to think. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
How do I even search this one?
Picard's son.
Uh,
I mean, you'll probably come with all just Jack Crusher, but
it's not Jason Vigo. It's not Jack Crusher.
anyway, I'll talk about it.
Jono.
Yeah,
Jono.
Jonah.
Suddenly Human. There you go.
Suddenly human. That's it. Thank you. Yes, raised by this alien race as a casualty of war. His parents were dead as a result of a battle. So this guy took him in, raised him as his own
Got that. I'll be honest.
in their culture. Then he got injured somehow and returned to the Enterprise.
Only humans could cure him, kind of thing.
Yeah, and found out he has family on Earth, and Picard's kind of acting as a surrogate father. He's has him in his quarters, and he's listening to loud music, and typical dad stuff. He tries to bond with him a little bit and try to teach him what it's like to be human, because your actual real family is on Earth. We want to take you back to them, but it's a whole moral dilemma of this guy raised him. That's all he knows. That's his existence. That's his life.
Might be brutal
Uh,
culture to us, but not to them. So
well, yeah, he's got multiple broken bones. He might be abused. No, that's just how it's training and stuff. Like,
this is
yeah,
how they say hello.
So yeah, I think this is probably mid-tier. This might even be closer to the lower end of the spectrum for me personally. It's not it's not a bad episode, but
No.
again, it's another one of those stories that have been told multiple times over the course of history. Um, raised in a different culture than what you're used to, and does blood stronger than that, even though you don't know them? Like that's the whole dilemma of what they should do, and yeah,
Was also nature versus nurture.
yeah.
I appreciate that the dad character, truly you can tell he is 100%, he's my boy, he's one of
Mhm.
us, there's nothing else there. So he believes obviously he's able to deal with the culture and be with it, and like, yes, even if they're more violent, that's how you run, he's trained, it's great. That's lovely. The commitment there is very genuine. Picard sees it. This is one that we said earlier. They like doing premises. Simple premise, but it doesn't quite fire on the cylinders for me it thinks it does. I'm not sure why. Maybe the premise itself isn't as strong. The drama's not as high. Like Manchurian
Mm.
Candidate, you can go bigger stakes. There's more tech and races. This is a strong idea, well acted, yet doesn't grab me the way it probably should. Maybe they thought we'll give Picard some father acting, and it doesn't quite work. I like the costumes. I like the kid actor, fine. Like, but it doesn't all connect for me in whatever reason.
Mhm.
It is, like I said, fundamentally a mid episode with still a story worth telling in the Star Trek context, and you need in the 20 episodes you need those simpler, easy narratives. And again, this would be more violent if it was made now. This would be real, like freaking. You have like a training montage of him in the holodeck on running through canyons, shooting things, and like, god damn, he's violent. And I don't know.
Well, he does stab a card, so I mean,
Yeah,
second time
doesn't mean
Picard's
to
been
though, does
stabbed.
he? He's like wakes him up or something. It's not intentional stabbing. It's a self
Yeah,
defense.
it's a reactionary stabbing him. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you're right. He does get woken up.
but
I want to stab people too when I get woken up. So
I have talked to you in the morning before.
yeah,
That's,
you're harder to get up in the morning sometimes. Gotta
is
say.
that where my kidney's gone? I was wondering what I
What?
was missing last time I was at your house.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Did, remember that time at the Rio where you woke up in the bathtub, bathtub full of ice? Yeah, take your kidney.
I said I thought you were going one way and you went another way with that. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's why I was hungover that day. I actually had to stay in bed because I was very hungover. My one time in the last like decade I've been that bad. You saw peak bad. It was worth it. It was worth it. It was a great party.
24 votes. A wins with 58%. It's fucking weird. And second place is C with 21%.
But the thing is, right, and again, we love you guys, but you also put the other two that are in A. So contrast hath no fury, like a contrast store.
And no B's.
No.
What is going on?
You know what? This is going to be very, very, very interesting when we do Picard. Just do all of Picard season 1, 2, and 3. Because is that just going to be like D, 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 C, D? You know what I mean? Like appeal, right? Because are people just rose tinted these episodes? I don't know.
I'm not gonna remember what happened in each fucking episode of Picard. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Well, this is the prep for the party one. This is the party one. This is the post
This is the
party
red
one.
dress one.
Yeah, yeah. This is the ice one. This is the
This is the not decaying one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the Q shows up and then leaves in the same scene, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
It's
Can't
so
wait.
bad. They
Classic
all.
for real,
Oh, oh.
$2. It's over, Picard. I have the high ground.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And classic for real again, $2. All S tiers, reverse Academy effect. Oh yeah, Academy would be all F tiers.
Oh
I
God,
think what
yeah.
he's saying.
But I'm happy to give two twos equal a going. I'm fine with
Yeah.
that. So let me throw in a mid, because I think Stuart we're now out of put in. So the floor is open for you guys. $5 on the PayPal 2 for 1. So put in that or a 10. It's 4. We'll keep talking. Submit the ones. We obviously done some really good ones so far, but plenty left to go. And as I said previously, the idea is going to be this will be more difficult, I guess, than we thought. But the top tiers are going to be into an all-star list at a certain point. So,
Hmm.
but if they're not on the original list, they won't make it. So if there's one you think is an S or an A, but it's not put in these initial lives, it will not make it into the best of. And people can say, why isn't it on the list? Because no one went for it. So if you don't want to mess out on that, make sure you put your favorite in this live. Otherwise, they will not be included. They'll just be ignored. Because we are people of our community, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta go by the whim of the people. All right, let's have a look. A mid one. Okay. A mid. I could be a
And
dick.
guys,
I could be a dick and put in best of both worlds too right now. I'm not doing that. But I could.
25 people watching, 20 likes. Hit that like button, guys. Don't forget to super chat in or PayPal in with your choice for episode you want to talk about. There's still a lot of really great ones.
So this one, I was scrolling. I found no interesting visuals of any kind except this that would make it look like an episode. I have no clue what this episode is, apart from I know they're like surrounded by things. But like
this is where Leanna loses her powers. She can't sense
right,
anybody, and she has a hissy
yes,
fit, and she cries like a little bitch.
yes,
And it starts off
the
with her like
loss. I think names all that.
yeah, the loss. Yeah, I
Okay.
think so. Telling people, you're gonna have to deal with it, blah blah blah. And then this happens to her, and she tries to deal with it, and she ends up breaking down, and she just can't deal with it. Like, you're all just basically cardboard cutouts to me. There's no depth. And it turns out, yeah, they got caught in this two-dimensional plane of beings that are going towards is it a cosmic string? Yeah, I think it is a cosmic string. That's their home. That's where they're headed. So the Enterprise is being pulled along, and they can't escape. And yeah, that's why she lost her powers, because of these things. Pretty sure that's the whole episode. Yeah.
I now you've said all that. I remember the fact that the last time we did one of these, you knew stuff, I didn't. I was like, damn, you knew what was going on. We all have our blind spot episodes, and this is why I do not.
Yeah.
Like, I remember things you said, but
Yeah.
if you told me to anything leading up to that, I'd be like, sounds like an episode though. It was okay. And it's sad because Deanna, she can do acting. They just didn't give her the episodes.
I like the premise of the two-dimensional beings.
Great.
But yeah.
Underwhelming? Whelming?
I forget how they break out of it. I think they create another cosmic string illusion, which makes them change direction, and it shakes them free or something. I don't remember exactly.
I mean, it's mid for me because I do not remember much about it, but obviously it'll be someone's favorite episode. So let us know. Is it your favorite episode? Is it your favorite episode, Stuart? Just tell us now. Are you on record?
No.
Are you sure? Because I'll give you one more ask. Is it favorite episode?
I'd probably put it at a D personally. I like the aspect of the cosmic string and these things being drawn towards like a moth and two-dimensional beings. I like that. It's very Star Trek. That's very sci-fi. I like that aspect of it.
Well, I'm so glad it's a Star Trek episode. It's great.
But a Deanna Troi episode, not a fan. And I hate the way she acts in it. She's very mean and cruel to people.
But don't you get it though?
Like, I mean, I get what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, is it the same? I don't know. It's as if you were a painter and you lost your eyes and you're blind. And the world is now going to be black for the rest of existence. And then you're told, go and do your job. And it's like, right? And you're only painter on the ship. And now you've got to somehow paint without eyes, which you could do, but like more difficult. So I totally get it. But yeah, it's a very Star Trek premise. I just wish she had more chances at better episodes.
Yeah. What's what you guys are saying with 23 votes?
Let me guess.
B.
A?
No, B wins with 57%. Okay. So we actually have something for the B tier now.
So I got mid almost. I did it, Stuart. I did it.
Right.
So Classic put in for us to pick actual Fs, and they got As. And we decided to do mids ourselves and got sort of mids. That's mad. Yeah. Fascinating.
All right, I'm gonna check PayPal again, but I
Yes,
have
this is
a
your chance,
feeling.
guys. As I said, if you do want these to be in future ranks where we go best of seasons, put in for them. If not, they will not make it, and we'll not be throwing them in. So your favorite might not make it, and it ain't our fault.
All right, I'm gonna pull one in because I just want to talk about it,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody's put in for it or put in for episodes, guys. Come on now.
It's gonna put in
But
more. Oh,
again, one of my favorite premises, and
oh.
again, a very enjoyable episode to watch for multiple reasons. Devil's Due.
I think of a thing for Ardra. I think you would get on that train, man.
She could order me to do pretty much anything. Yeah. Um, I just love the idea of a scammer, of a, you know, snake oil salesman showing up to a primitive culture with technology that makes it appear like she has magical powers to get what she wants. And then all of a sudden the Federation shows up and she's still kind of convincing them at the same time. I think that's great based on their lore, the planet's lore and legacy, that she's going to come back, and they made this deal with her, and she's get to see Feklar. We get to see, you know, some interesting magic, quote unquote, tricks, and the chairs that show up in other things with a very unique oval thing with the moon that you see all the time, in like Adam's Family movies and shit like that. Anyway, but no, and a very enticing and interesting and intriguing protagonist. Like, you know, don't know how I would have dealt with her as a starship captain personally, but
Poorly.
I mean,
I
but
think
I would
most
have
would,
enjoyed it.
right? She's a good
Yeah,
trickster, you know.
yeah, yeah.
And is she
Uh,
like Loki before Tom Hiddleston's Loki?
Kind of, yeah,
Like they're not the same vibe, but they are sort of tapping into the same cosmic bullshit detector or stream.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean this is like I said several times now, right? And you can see a theme this season or these 2 seasons. Concept: alien hoister trickster person who has enough tech to back up her claims. Done. Premise. And how do you play with
Hmm.
that? You make her use data who's impartial. You have a fantastic judge,
Yeah.
the leader of the whatever. He's a good act. Like the way he played it was really nice. He's like, well, I don't want to believe her, but I do. And Ardra, wonderful performance by this woman, just superb.
A very
Because
measured approach to the whole situation. Like they're not quivering in fear that she's here,
yeah,
but he's like she's fulfilled all the contractual things, and she can make earthquakes happen. I like the way it's played out. Yeah.
and it's interesting because we've literally got episode 1 God being Q, so it's not as if this concept is anything special.
Yeah.
Like they can't not believe her from the out because we've got Q. So start from there, right? She could be a Q. Well, she could have been, right? That could be an interesting twist. Q double pissing about. It's a double twist. But as confidence tricksters are there to make you so confident that you'll fall for it. So she has to
Mhm.
fully commit to the bit for it to work, which is why she's so relaxed at points. She's literally on trial, which she knows she's going to lose in the sense of like truth and justice, but she doesn't play like a god would. So it's very well measured. I wonder how much rehearsal went into this versus how much just gut. Because David Warner in Chain of Command, yes,
Yes.
yes, had no he was called in last minute and he wrote cue cards, but there's an arm, there's a oomph to that. So I wonder if she
Mhm.
like prepared or they found her, or they like saw her audition tape from some sketch show or some soap opera. Like, oh, that vibe, because you can often hire for a vibe or hire for a whatever. And she just has something really special that just works here.
She's got a sexy strut and confidence, and the fact that she backs it up with fantastic assets, meaning her ship and
And
technology.
Fat Claw,
Um,
fantastic asset.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
great horns.
And she projects the devil like oh, you think of like there's great assets technology wise. I mean,
I'm trying to think. This is again a bit of a harsh comparison, but comparing her to Lady Q, very different performances. Who does it
yeah.
better? because they are very comparable and yet really, really different.
You're tucking Susie Plax in, though.
Mhm.
Like, come on. But I think Ardra's got my heart. I would have to say, and that's hard to say because I love Susie Plax.
That's why I was asking the question, because Susie Plax, like, she's so chill because she is God, right? Whereas this woman
Yeah.
is so chill because she's not God that it comes across as being not right. It's nuanced, nuance, I tell you.
This one, Ardra feels more like a little bit dominatrixy. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, that okay. There we go.
Whereas
There we go.
Lady Q,
Chilling.
yeah, she knows she's got the power to back it up, so she
Yeah.
doesn't have to overdo it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus the get up, the outfit's nice. Anyway, what are you guys saying about
Well,
Ardra?
you should email Kozmart and see if they make a Ardra costume just for one person.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I don't think you'd look good in it though, Sam.
It's a good counter. That was quick. Real quick.
18 votes. S wins with 50%. Thank you.
Okay.
A is close with 33%. So people love their Ardra.
Imagine if she came back in DS9.
Oh, yes.
Maybe not as a trickster or but just like as some just random person, and then it was revealed.
Doesn't she get arrested?
Oh, I'm sure she does.
She got taken into custody, I think. I don't know.
I'm sure
I don't
she does.
remember. Yeah.
That'd been such like, and not even mention it and see who notices. And at the end, it's like she has all this tech and whatever. Ah, that's such a. There's so many good TNG one-offs like Sati. You know, like it would have been so fun to bring back, but obviously they want to do their own thing, right? Great. Anyway.
No more super chats. Any PayPal? Let me take a look. Negative. Oh no.
Oh damn. Okay, well I can throw another one. But yeah, we'll go through them quicker and more ones you want if you guys, because there's so many left.
So many good ones. Yeah.
It'd be a shame for somebody not to make it to the chart. But again, you guys have the power. Only 28 minutes left, guys. Okay, I'm going to put one in that I love.
Yes.
The most toys. Brutal.
I'm glad they went with this actor instead of the other. Well, not glad.
They had no choice.
Yeah. Kivo Faja. I think I forget his name. Anyway, starts out with the shuttle exploding and Data presumably being dead. Oh, we grieve. But no, he's fine. He's in a collection and he's very mistreated. So is Fajo's assistants and henchmen, I guess.
Minions, yeah.
He's a very, very cruel person, very selfish, very self-centered. And yeah, did Data pull the trigger on the very anti-disruptor? I mean, it was discharged in the transport stream. I love the way they left that ending. Like it was very like he did do it, but did he?
Well, there's
because
thing
he's
is,
Data.
all the evidence says yes, but he said no, and he can't lie. And that's the point.
But there's a little twinkle in his eye. It was like,
because it's the fact that he could lie about it is what makes it super interesting. That this went so far in one direction, he managed to break his programming. Oof. Yeah, I mean the acting's superb. It's again very underplayed, but that's part of the charm. And kind of like Ardra as well. He knows he's right. Right? He's a multi-quadbillionaire. He's got all the fanciest shit, including like a rookie baseball card from our era, which is like absurdly rare. Like even stuff we know, you know. And he's showing off to his friend, etc. With fantastic makeup, as we all know. He is in the right in his own right. You know, it's fine. So there's a flowing confidence about him that is kind of infectious. And it's a simple story. Again, simple premise. What if a collector gets Data? He's one of a kind. He's not one of a kind. He's like a six of a kind. But great.
They don't know yet.
Don't know yet. Veronti always underplays it when you see other actors with it because they don't make the proper. You know, imagine that though. You say this prop is so goddamn special, like you never use it again, and use it again because the next prop doesn't know. Three of a kind. This guy has one. This guy has one. This guy has one. What? It's fine, just a bit silly. No, it's great. It's one of the best of its kind because you need data for this to work. It wouldn't work with Isaac from Orville. It wouldn't work with C-3PO. It's data-specific machinations
Yeah, you're
make it work. And Trek's ethics, but more just data. It's very unique. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah.
People
Amazing
agree.
episode. And I love the investigation too into the shuttle accident.
Mm.
I love the procedural stuff they do in that side of the story.
Well, data would check.
Yeah.
And yet. Well, it's doubly interesting as well because, and this is the big comparison point. You compare it to, Picard. This is Picard's face when Data dies.
But he was his best friend.
Run a scan. Off, go for tea. Because he's a, watch the show, guys. But that's kind of what it'd be like, right? Sad,
Yeah.
but somewhat true. I mean, can you imagine, right? And I guess we do have Michael Burnham. Imagine if your commanding officer cried, even ever, right? The captain of your starship, 300 lives. You trust him to say fire phasers destroy civilian target, knowing there's a real reason, and you just trust him. Imagine like, he's dead. You're like, ooh, that's instant loss of respect for him, unfortunately, even if it's sort of justified, quote unquote. Because it took until the end of Chain of Command for him to lose it, in that regard. And that was how many hours of torture? How many days of torture? Physical and mental. Just saying.
Well,
What
let's
people
see,
saying?
with 22 votes, S wins with 73%.
Okay.
Next closest is A with 14%.
It's pretty darn high. Nice. That either could have been like an S or a D. Like, people don't like it. So, okay. But luckily, people do. No more PayPal. So this is currently unguided, guys. Unguided.
They don't love us.
No, they do.
They just don't love their Star Trek.
Or in fact, or they, and this might be true. They think the best episodes are out there already.
Well, you want to name a few other ones that might want to be put up there?
I mean, I could try. I'm just gonna ramble.
The host with the first introduction of the Trill.
Yep. Got Nth Degree Identity Crisis, Data's Day, Wounded, Clues, First Contact, Gas Child, Night Terrors, In Theory, Redemption, Final Mission, Reunion, Legacy, Remember Me, etc. Just throwing some season 4s out there, right?
The Hunted. Yeah. Best of Both Worlds, Parts 1 and 2. Half-Life.
Okay, I'm gonna test our audience. I'm not gonna say why or how. I mean, why? Because it's funny. This episode.
Yep.
The start of season 3. Evolution. The one with the guy from Scrubs.
Who was himself a prodigy and recognizes it in Wesley. And is this the nanite episode? Where the nanites infect the Enterprise? It was Wesley's experiment.
No, that was no.
I think it is this one because I think the ship is getting pulled into danger because of what's going on.
It is. I don't think it's nanite based. We always forget about this one.
Yeah, I just love this visual, and I like the Doctor. The way his acting is good. So yeah,
vote now. That was our sales pitch, Stuart. Vote now. Is this an S, 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 or S? Vote now.
You're an S.
super tremendous person?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Didn't have to say that. It's very kind of you. Are you dying?
I know.
You okay?
I mean, it might be. Would you be cool with that?
No.
No.
I would have some feels.
That's good.
Yeah. It wouldn't be good feels either.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to know what people think about this because this is an episode we have very few feelings about. I don't know what you guys' feelings are. Is it also an S? I'm challenging you all to vote. Vote with your conscience, with your heart. I know it just pumps blood, and you can't use it to press any buttons. But you know what? Use your heart anyway. You know. See what people think.
They show the computer core in this one. Yeah, they do. That's right.
S then.
Nope, not according to the poll. With 22 votes, D wins 55%.
Oh, damn.
Damn. 2 Wesley episodes in D. Wow. That's
Oh,
interesting.
shit. That would feel
Funny,
mean
guys.
if we're doing back to back, but that's objective, as in people voted that abstractly away from each other. Really? Is
Yeah.
that linked?
That's why nobody likes Prodigy, because Wesley gets D's all the time.
Wow, is that true? You just don't like Wesley? Because that is unusual, given some of those might have also been D in our world. Wow. Right. Guess my challenger succeeded.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, we got Joe Brown.
Oh.
Puts in $5 and says, "Best of Both Worlds Part 1."
Ah, there we go. Because it would be a shame not to include some of them, you know? So do include... At least put in the best ones, guys. Yeah, let's get the best ones in play. We've got plenty already, but I do see a PayPal as well. All right, Best of Both Worlds Part 1. Thanks so much, Joe. You are incredible.
So, arguably the better of the 2 episodes.
Arguably. Unarguably.
Grr. Absolutely 100% the better of the 2 episodes. The build up, the setup, the dead end cliffhanger of fire and Picard being a Borg, getting introduced to Shelby, learning about the massacre of Wolf 359. Like there's a whole lot in this episode that is very much, this is the end of the road, guys. There's not much we can do with these Borg. We are fucked. And yeah. And episode 2 happens, but it's fine. Yeah. What was it, one Borg cube that took out the fleet at Wolf 359 as well? So it's like the stakes are like, we can't deal with these guys. There's nothing that, even Shelby's like, I'm the Borg expert. We've known they're coming for a while now. But yeah. And I think Riker was offered his own command in this one again. He was offered a ship because they needed ships and
Yes, she was going
captains.
to take over as XO. He was going to his own command, which
Yeah.
shows you how ready she was. Because then, had Patrick not returned,
Yeah.
he would have been captain, he would have been second in command. Yes.
And they butt heads, those two, which I like, because he's still the commander and she goes over his head, around his head. Oh no, it's just to
She gives him a
Picard.
head. What?
I was avoiding that, but
Oh,
thank you.
okay.
Jesus. Anyway,
I lost my own joke. Oh, no.
she
Too long.
beams down
Oh,
to
God.
the planet with Data early because Data was available. She didn't. And,
Oh, yeah.
she's
I
she's
forgot about
going
that.
against Riker's suggestions.
But she's
She
being.
suggested to him.
Ah.
She suggested to him to pass on to the captain. He says, "I'll think about it," and then she goes to the captain directly, which
This is
pisses
what they
him off.
say. She is being season 1 Riker, when Riker has got into this rut of being season 4 Riker. And as you've said many times, he then flatlines from now on to the development. So she's how Riker was and could still be if he wanted promotions. He just doesn't until he gets them.
Yeah. So yeah, fantastic episode, built up to a beautiful cliffhanger. the stakes were super high. We had a new character in Shelby coming on board. Was Picard gone? We're not going to have Captain Picard in the next season.
I mean, probably
Awesome.
not. You got assimilated, right? I mean,
And
assumption,
then
no.
yeah, and then the order to fire their massive deflector beam thingy.
Well, I don't know if I
Yeah.
ever assumed in any version of watching this that it was going to destroy the cube. Like, I don't think I ever thought Picard was going to die. It was just the, you know what I mean? The we're symbolically losing him because we're willing to kill him versus we're actually going to kill him. Small
Hmm.
thing, but I would probably vote that way. Not that's what we're voting here. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the very, very few cases in cinema, or in TV, sorry, where they threw everything at this because it could have been another way, and they had to set up pieces in case it was. So there's an odd viciousness to the Shelby Riker because it might be the pilot for their relationship. You wouldn't do that otherwise. You'd hard or half-ass it. You wouldn't need it, right? So it's doing a mini pilot and a closing at the same time with some great simple visuals. They that one shot. I mean, like, oh, it's weird, but it's an interesting choice, right? Similar at the end is gorgeously horrific. And yeah, we've had what 2 years to prepare, and yet massacre.
Yeah.
But Shelby once again should have come back in anything else. You
She
know,
did.
yeah, great.
As Admiral Shelby.
Looking entirely different. Despite having seen her 2 years earlier, obviously dyeing her hair dark and look like herself. Jet White doesn't really suit the character. That would have been great had she been like, for whatever reason, been imagine if she was there in Voyager with Pathfinder to help Reg somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Oh, I had asked a captain I knew once. Who was it? Captain Shelby.
I've been yeah, been researching Borg transwarp conduits. Maybe we can figure something out. She's a Borg expert, right?
Calling a Borg expert. She walks in a grey, looking fantastic and being just as kick ass. Would have been great. But then again, you can ruin a character, right? So she's very strong. I think I watched an interview with her once where she said, I probably remember it wrong, but she was told to go real hard against the men, and it was some people thought it was too offensively mean, but she was told to, which meant it worked because it had the effect, right? Something like that.
Yes. Yes. Well, a lot of time I think people like women come off as too bitchy. She didn't. I think she had a good command presence and it didn't come off
Well,
as
she's a
that way.
Jellicoe.
So yeah.
He's not a bitch either. We understand him. Maybe not quite as dramatic, but like the contrast of how you're
Yeah.
expecting. He's yeah. But she's
All
also
right.
hyper go getter, which anyone in business needs to be hyper go getter. Will be less pleasant.
Yeah. Well, with 17 votes, S wins with 94%. A gets a 6%.
Wow, that is our strongest win so far, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ah,
Now moving on to PayPal, we
oh,
have Classic for Real throws in 250,
oh, 250.
and he says Classic for Real says fine. Someone yesterday wanted the nth degree, so here.
Ah, nice.
Yes,
A
so
one that Stuart likes with the lasers.
to broccoli gets blasted by a probe. The Enterprise gets blasted by a probe, and Reg all of a sudden has a streak of confidence, and he's solving problems, and he's a ladies' man, and it's great. And he comes up with this thing to interface with the computer directly to his brain in the holodeck, and takes the ship to warp
Well, the computer's too slow,
5863.
Stuart.
I know, but yeah, it takes the Enterprise to warp 500,653.5, whatever. Gets to the center of the galaxy and meets these curious aliens that is just ahead. And then he loses all of his intelligence, and they get sent back by the aliens. And it's a great episode. It's great seeing him as a confident go-getter, ladies' man. I wish the character was more like that more often. Because he's a good character like that. And yeah, to see this interface with in the holodeck, the lasers firing is great. But he couldn't disconnect himself from it because it was so integrated into the system and all that. So I guess the aliens took care of that later. But yeah, that was their way of exploring, to bring people to them, and that's a good episode.
Again,
I
one
approve.
word premise. What if aliens supercharge one person to come find them, and we take it as, you know, crazy over the top? Cool. And Barker's a great get. I mean, you sort of forget how often he's in TNG when some of the guest stars who should have been in it more aren't. But he's just such a strong candidate for these scenes. Do you remember how many years before TNG A Team ended? Was it any concurrent? Because I know he's famous
No, I
from
think
A Team,
I,
but
I think 18 probably ended in 84 or 85. TNG
hmm.
started in 86, but he wasn't in season one. So,
So within,
18, actually, I'll look it up when
yeah,
18
because
ended.
he's obviously in there from that, but he looks the same, he feels the same,
Yeah.
but he's a very different character. While being, you see some, well, no, he is very different. He's not, he's, you know, he's mad, but in a nervous way, which is charming. You know, as an actor, you want to play very different roles, and they are very different. But I can see why he'd be good at both. Not just because he's good at both, but because I kind of see the energy difference.
So A Team ended on March 8th, 1987.
Mm.
So during season two,
Mm.
actually probably season one, because I think they started season one or season two, the end of season one or the end of season two when A Team ended. So
And his schedule wouldn't necessarily be available. I don't know if A Team's lots of like I remember lots of locations, so maybe they were like traveling a lot. So to get him for a week wouldn't necessarily be available. Maybe like his schedule opened up. No, this is great. It's a really great premise. The acting's fantastic. It does. I think we said at the time makes you sad for like Troy, who when you bring in a guest, you give them this amazing material, and she's just like, she's not even in this one. She's not even in this one. She's not mentioned, you know. But then when they shine as these guest stars, and he absolutely does shine across the board. I think this one starts with a play where he's okay and then he's really good the second time.
yeah, he's playing the dude from uh, Big Nose. Come
Yes,
on,
Guy Fawkes.
with the windmills.
Oh, I don't know.
Um,
No, Da Vinci.
Jesus Christ.
No, he's not playing Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Don't know. That's okay. Really solid episode.
Oh,
It's
it's
one.
right.
Oh,
I should know it. It's right in my tongue.
it's one where he elevates the material so high, and you get these memorable visuals. The weird guy at the end, fun. This thing, fun. Yeah, it's better than its premise, which is nice. No, it's really good. Really, really good. Let's have a look.
Cyrano de Bergerac. That's it. Thank you.
Crusher
Yes.
wanted some broccoli. I'll
Cheese.
behave. Damn.
All right. This might demand a reroll because 22 votes. A wins with 86%.
Yeah, no one DLC. Wow. Oh, 250? Maybe even a buck on PayPal. How's that for a deal?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we are in the last bit. If anyone's putting a 10 on the PayPal, we can do a quick fire. If not, it would be good if we had at least some representation from the best and brightest. So if there's, I'll put in one, I think should be in the next live. And you can do
Maybe it
the
was
same.
Don Quixote. Yeah, I don't know. Cyrano de Bergerac is. Anyway, whatever.
So I'm going to throw in this as my, it really should be in the next live competitor because it's just so well done. The Roger Danar show starring, guest starring the TNG cast. Hunted.
There's so many other episodes that are better than this, though. This is
Yeah, but it's
good,
so damn unique. He's amazing and he wins.
but
I love it.
yeah, but it's like Spy Guy show.
I love it. I love
This
it.
is like this could have been like a.
No, I love it. It's so damn unusual and interesting. And Zephyr Cochrane's there. Come on. Inventor of warp travel. With a moustache.
And they just left at the end on the planet, like, deal with these assholes.
Peace out.
Don't worry, it'll be fine. You won't be murdered. We're leaving now. Bye.
Oh, there needs to be a fan edit where it closes and then it fades black.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Oh.
Yeah, he really knows how to get around a starship and elude the authorities. So it's a good spy kind of Mission Impossible type episode.
I just really enjoy it because you get to the sets beautifully. You get so much strategy. Because things, as with any, it's like heist movie. You've got to think of an amazing heist and problems for it and solutions. So you got to think across the problem. So how do you outsmart the entire crew and make it them still sound smart? Right, really hard thing. I think to do an excellent job. So this, personal preference. I want to make sure I got at least potentially in the running. Although if people don't like it, fair enough. Fair enough. As in not to be an S or an A, but vote now.
Well,
Quick fire, guys. So vote now. We don't love it.
Yes, go vote. And
final shouts. Put them in.
So many of the good ones that I think should go over to the next fucking.
Last chance, guys.
Family part. Well, family is. Are you doing part 1 and 2, or is family just one part?
Just one part.
One part. Okay.
Well, it's best of both worlds part 3.
Yeah.
The epilogue. Best of part epilogue.
And Hollow Pursuits and Menage a Trois, Tin Man.
Yeah. Right, vote now, guys. We've got another minute or so. I get at least Stuart's last one in as well.
The Wounded. Come on. Fuck, The Wounded's amazing. Drumhead. Fuck's sakes. The one where Jordy turns into like the glow in the dark UV alien guy.
Where he reads in the script, he's like, you know the scene of Witcher where he says fuck? You know that scene?
No, what?
In season 1 of Witcher, he says fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Says it a lot.
Well, yeah, but that's the famous one. That's what LeVar said with the script, saying he's in the old uniforms. Fuck. Escaped the back pain. No, you didn't, LeVar. Since you thought you were out, bring you back again. Wahahaha. Okay, so closing vote. We asked for quick fire. Is haha 18 votes.
72%.
72% at S. 11 at A, 6 at B, and C at 11. So yay. I wouldn't necessarily say an S, but I really do enjoy it.
No, I would give this an A personally.
Yeah, me too. With a fun A. All right, now if there's no more, we got last chance, last call. Stuart, what are you trying to get into the top ranking? So this is included. I know, right? Pick one.
I'm gonna pick The Wounded because it's a great O'Brien episode before O'Brien was O'Brien, I guess. And tracking down another Federation ship that the guy thinks he's doing the right thing, and the Cardassians have a different point of view, but the Cardassians are also doing sketchy shit, so Picard knows that at the end. It's great. It's great. And the camaraderie between O'Brien and the Captain Maxwell. Ozzy put in $5 for The Wounded. Thank you, Ozzy. Yeah, this is again, you get to see some Starship procedural stuff, how they would track down one of their own ships. You get to see, are the Cardassians smuggling weapons? Yep, probably. Yes. And you got first introduction of Goldie Cott's cousin, wearing football gear,
or his mum's illegitimate second son.
Yeah, probably twin brother. But yes, I think it's a great episode. Get to see the Nebula class. Get to see some good tactical displays of them destroying Cardassian ships. There's some good stuff here.
We can't afford the space effects.
And how did O'Brien get onto the ship and through the bridge to the ready room? That's the question.
Maybe his crew genuinely weren't with him. So like, yeah, third door on the left.
Maybe. Straight on till morning.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this is a true war story without actually including the war that it's based on. It's
Yeah.
all this border war that was harsh and horrible. That was years ago during TNG seasons 1, 2, and 3 that no one mentioned once.
No, it was before. It was before that.
No, it was during. It stops like season 2. It's before as well, but it's during. Like they just don't
Yeah,
mention
but
it.
O'Brien was in it. Like it's been going on for years. So
Yeah.
way before TNG started.
Sure, but it was during as well. Never mentioned. No, it's great. It's a dark first Cardassian story. Yes.
I think so. Maybe, yeah.
So I still like this armor. It's dafter, but it's good. Makeup's fantastic, of course.
The armor's fine. Just the headgear is not cool.
Yeah. It's more egg cartony than the later one. Just the materials, a small thing. And yeah, the scenes are great. I mean, given Cole Meany's such a thing, it's like, oh, we like Cole. Or Colin, sorry. Boom, we're going to... Oh, he raises to it well. Yeah, deep, dark, impactful. And you might have got the single biggest margin of the entire live strip, which is considering we also had, well, some ones that were not, you know... Yeah. I mean, even Defected didn't get this much. Wow.
Well, The Wounded with 20 votes gets 95%. 5%. Yeah.
So that I think that makes it the best episode of season 3 according to the ones we've currently had, and the scoring, because that is the best margin.
I don't think we're gonna get any more because we are closing out here. But I mean, Data's Day. I'm sad that's not there. Remember Me is a good episode.
Great episode.
Drumhead, for fuck's sakes. It was a toss up for me between Wounded and Drumhead because I know people love Drumhead, but anyway. I can't remember the names of some of the other episodes that I'm looking at, so but
just for context, 25 episodes didn't make it.
That's a whole season.
Well, but in fairness, people, well, apparently voted for a lot of S's and A's, so they got in their best. But for me, of course, the Kern episode, Family, Proto Vulcans, Brothers, I said Drumhead. That is a generally good episode. Remember Me is fantastic. Shoot the Fountain episode. The Cadet, some great stuff.
Shoot the Aqueduct. You say Shoot the Fountain, I think of Final Mission. Shoot the Aqueduct with Data.
Yes. And of course, My Love is Lost.
Yeah.
Like
and
a
the
love
murder mystery.
The
murder mystery from everybody's point of view.
And the Voyager prequel.
And Dr. Soon and Best was get ready. You can go away.
So what we're saying is get ready for seasons 5 and 6 to vote tomorrow, TNG week, which is great. And wow, what a set. That is a stacked deck right there. And then we'll see if those that come back around will vote as highly for Jeremy Astor when compared to other things in seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
So when we do the best of, it's going to be S and A tier only?
I thought we're going to get less S and A's and we have to include B, but this one live kind of says, yep, it should be S and A's, just top of the top, because that's most of the job.
And I think we should pull in all the other ones as a side if anybody wants to include them, maybe. Because some of these deserve to be on the list.
Oh, penalty box it? You can super chat them out of the penalty box, I mean.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. They're on the side. They're ready to go. You super chat them in. That's what I said.
I know, I'm just adding a Q analogy.
Don't do a hockey analogy. I don't like hockey.
No,
I'm
Q.
Canadian, I don't like hockey.
Q.
Oh.
Because from yesterday.
Gotcha.
Thingy and thingy.
I get it. But at the same time, penalty box is very hockey.
Okay.
So please don't do that.
You're welcome.
All right.
Sorry,
I think that's it.
Go have your Tim Hortons, Stuart. Calm down. It's all good.
Right. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Tune in tomorrow.
Yes,
for season 5 and 6, and
yes,
7 will show up sometime next week.
And these are so damn interesting. Again, I would have lost so much money if I was betting on these.
Yep,
so much money.
Yep. All right.
And next week,
until next time.
Just saying.
Oh fuck, Academy's next week too. So. Until next time, he's Commander Cockings.
He's got a Foley.